Good evening, dear students. Let us try to continue with your interference concept of your IDSC beta, the different methods for producing the interference. Next slide reading better, very important. Interference due to a thin wedge-shaped films. Interference due to a thin wedge-shaped film. That means here the film is not only small thin, but it is having certain amount of a shape. Like say for example, if I am taking the shape of this one is something like this. This one is your wedge shaped. Small angle is being made right now. This angle is very small beta, like 5 degree, 2 degree, anything, something like this. And it is made up of, this is a film gabati. It is having a refractive index of, this is having right now certain amount of your refractive index. This is made up of your certain amount of your film. The refractive index of this film, I'm taking it as of your mu. This is your which refractive index of this one is nothing but of your mu. What we are doing is we are considering a ray of light has been incident normally on this one like this. So a ray of light is being incident normally. Certain amount of light on the incident on this surface right now with whatever angle you are being incidenting, it will try to reflect from the lower surface at a certain angle. So this is nothing but of your first one. The another ray of light will undergo the refraction right now. It will again reflect from the surface and it will go like this. These two rays of light, if I'm keeping a screen somewhere here right now, it will incident on this one and it will form an interference pattern. Like that I have taken only one wave, different rays whichever are being taken right now, it all undergoes right now on this one and it forms the interference of your bright point and dark point on the screen particulation. If point P is right now, this is a point P where the bright fringe is being formed, and say for example this is O and this distance is say for example of your X, where we are considering some point of your P. The P may be a dark fringe or maybe a bright fringe particulation. And we also know that whenever a ray of light is been reflected from your denser medium to rarer medium, there is a path difference in that one by your lambda by 2. And from the film, you know that thin film, when it is been reflected right now, the refractive index, the optical path for that one is equal to how much for me? 2 mu into T. Like say, suppose the thickness of this one, whatever I'm taking, is nothing but say, for example, of your T. The thickness of this one is say for example how much for me T. This is your thickness of this film, isn't it? So this will come by down T, go up the T. So total refractive index is mu. So it is nothing but 2 mu V into T. Why? Because it is having a thin film. In thin film, it has been traveling in a distance of your 2 mu 2 in your air. And when it is been reflected from your denser medium to rarer medium, there is a path difference of your lambda by 2 particulation. You please try to remember this much of knowledge is more than enough for us right now. So if I'm trying to write about the path difference in reflected beam only, in light waves 1 and 2. So what is the path difference beta? Delta x is equals to 2 mu t minus lambda by 2. 2 mu t minus lambda by 2. So this will be your path difference. Is this point clear for everyone? 2 mu t is because of the thin film and lambda by 2 is because of the reflection from the upper layer right now for that one. So path difference in this one is 2 mu t minus of your lambda by 2 particulation. Now see for example, for a bright point if I am talking about, for a bright point at P. So delta x will be equal to how much beta? N into lambda. You already know that one. So what is the delta x? Delta x value already we know. It is 2 mu t minus lambda by 2 is equals to n into lambda. So minus lambda by 2 we take on the other side. So it is 2 mu t is equals to n lambda plus of your lambda by 2. So in this one lambda is common. So it is nothing but of your n plus 1 by your 2. That is nothing but 2 mu into t. Okay, so if I simplify further, so the t will be equal to how much for me? T is equals to lambda into n plus 1 by 2 divided by, this is nothing but 2 into mu. If I take the 2 down and simplify it, this will become for me t is equals to 2 into your n plus 1 into lambda divided by your 2 into 2, this will become 4 into your mu. So this is the thickness of the film. And n value will be equal to how much beta? N is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, go on up to the given condition. So this is the thickness of the thin film, whatever we are taken right now. So if you see the figure very carefully, if you see the figure carefully right now for the given condition, from figure I can write from figure as theta is very small, as a theta is very small, so we'll write tan theta is equals to t by your x. Theta is very small, so theta is equals to t by x. So thickness of the film t is equals to how much for me? X into theta. So can I write the thickness in terms of your x? X is nothing but what? Position where the bright point is been forming. So in the place of t, I can write now here write as x into theta is equals to 2n plus 1 into lambda divided by 4 into your mu. That means x will be equal to how much from this one? X is equals to 2n plus 1 into lambda divided by 4 mu into your theta. So this is the value of your x. X is nothing but what, beta? Distance of your x is nothing but right now here x is nothing but of your distance of n plus 1th fringe, n plus 1th bright fringe, n plus 1 bright fringe from O. Okay, now see this one once again right now. What exactly is happening in the situation is right now, when a ray of light is being incident on the given condition right now for the given particulation. So if I'm writing for the given conditions, where that it has been gone right now, where is a thin film interference? Okay. Just give me a minute. It's getting reloaded. This one you see. So when a ray of light is been, the figure which I have drawn is actually very bigger figure beta, but the figure will be not something like this. Okay, this one is something like of your screen where the interference is being seen right now. This is actually with the blue light, whatever I have taken, that is nothing but a thin film. Like say if this is a thin film, it is making a small angle like this right now. So this much of amount of an angle drawing it is very not possible for me. That is the reason to make an FBD very clearly. I'm trying to draw the wedge a little bit of your larger in the size, and the theta value whatever you're taking is some like 2 degree, 3 degree, or maybe 4 degrees. So you just imagine how thin it will be right now. So when the ray of light is being incident on this one, this is normally incident. That means angle of incidence will be equal to 0. When the ray of light is incident normally from upper surface, there will be no reflection. But when it touches the lower surface, it will reflected by a lambda by 2 of a path difference. The another ray of light will undergo the refraction incident on the lower surface of the thin film, and it is passing through a film having a refractive index of your mu. So that is the reason right now when it is been again reflected back from the upper surface, it undergoes an optical path of your 2 mu t. So what is the total path difference for that one? Means delta x is equals to 2 mu t minus of your lambda by 2. So don't use much of your knowledge. Just remember that for the wedge shape of your films, the path difference is delta x is equals to 2 mu t minus of lambda by 2. For a bright point at P, if it is a given condition, then for that one, delta x is equals to your n into your lambda. You just write that value in the path difference and simplify it. You are getting the thickness of the film. So T is equals to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 4 times of your mu. Mu is the refractive index, n is nothing but of your integers like 0, 1, 2, 3, go on. Now thickness at T will be equal to how much from the figure? We know that tan theta is equals to thickness at T by your R from the figure you see right now. So theta is very small, so theta is equals to your x, T by x, so T is equals to your x into theta. So that value I have substituted here. So I got the value of your x. X is nothing but what? Distance of your nth bright fringe from the O in terms of your theta, 2n plus 1 into lambda by 4 mu into your theta. In the same way, if I'm talking about your dark point, isn't it? So for a dark point at your P, for a dark point at P. Okay, now at a dark point, if I'm writing the relation right now, delta x again will be equal to how much? Delta x is equals to 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. Delta x value already you know how much it is. 2 mu t minus lambda by 2 is equals to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2. This minus lambda by 2 you take on other side, so it is 2 mu t is equals to 2n plus 1 into your lambda by 2 plus of your lambda by 2. So if I simplify this one, I can get the value of your t is equals to your n into your lambda by your 2 times of your mu. So this is the thickness. For what? Bright point. As usually, t value is equals to how much for me? X into theta. So x into theta is equals to n into lambda by 2 times of your refractive index. So the value of your x is equals to how much right now for me? X is equals to your n into lambda by 2 mu into your theta. Directly formula based type of equations have been framed on this one. So be careful about the given condition. And n will be equal to how much for me? 0, 1, 2, 3, go on for the given condition. So what is x representing, beta? X is representing me the dark point, or I can say nth dark, or I can say right now this one is your nth dark fringe, from point O, from your point 4. That means, now see, if I take the value in the given diagram right now for the given condition, n value is equals to your 0. So we are getting right now the dark point at a position of your x is equals to n into lambda by 2 mu into theta, where n is equals to 0. If I take n is equals to 0, where I'm getting the dark point, you see, n is equals to, if I'm taking right now further 0. So dark point is right now at what? We are getting the dark point at the origin. We are getting the dark point at your origin, followed by your bright point, then dark point, bright point, then dark point. Automatically the rows goes on given condition. If I take in the bright point, n is equals to 0. N is equals to 0. So the first bright point is being formed at what distance, beta? N is equals to 0 if I am taking right now for the given condition. So the first bright point is formed at a distance of lambda by 4 mu into your theta point of relation. That means in the diagram, at O, if I am talking about at your point of your O, if I am writing with your red pen, the first it will be your dark point, then it will be your bright point, then it will be a dark point, then it will be bright point, then it will be a dark point, then again it will be a bright point. So alternatively, dark, bright will be forming on the fringe part of relation. If it is at a distance of your x, how do you calculate that value of x, dark point or also the brighter point? These are the two standard formulas you need to remember in terms of theta. And make sure that theta you should always take in terms of radians while doing the calculation, like 1 degree, 2 degree, whenever is giving. So please try to take the value of the theta in terms of your degrees and in terms of radians, and try to simplify the problem for the given condition. So I hope you are clear about the interference with the thin wedge of the films, beta. Is it clear for everyone? Sure. The next one. Interference by an air wedge. Interference by an air wedge. Interference by an air wedge. So what is the difference between them, beta? It is nothing but just a glass plate right now. Now see here, this one is a glass plate. Like see here, this is your glass plate, a small glass plate, which is being inclined right now here like this. మన జనరల్ గా బ్లడ్ శాంపిల్ ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు గ్లాస్ స్లాబ్ తీసుకుంటాం చూడండి అలాంటిది. సో మేకింగ్ అన్ యాంగిల్ రైట్ నౌ హియర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ theta, and this one is nothing but of your O. And in order to make to stand right now, it is being kept with a certain wooden block right now on this. This is something like a supporting structure, supporting brick, I can say. Okay, now see again same condition, ray of light is being incident normally on this one. So this is the ray of light which is being incident on this one. So when it is being incident on this one right now, you know that this ray of light on the first surface as it is, it will try to go and reflect from the lower surface like this. So this is a reflected ray from the lower surface having a path difference of your how much for me over lambda by 2. The same way, another ray of light will undergo the refraction right now here. It incident on this one, again reflect back here right now. So this reflected ray going again from this one. This is the second reflected ray right now. So the thickness of this one, whatever I'm taking, it is right now in air. There is no refractive index. The thickness of this one is nothing but theta. This is T. Again, tan theta value will be equal to T by this point is, say for example, of your x. So tan theta is equal to T by x. Theta is very small. So theta is equals to T by x. So x value will be equal to how much for me? X value will be equal to our thickness. T is equals to what I can write? X into theta. So thickness of that, what do you call that when distance between the two wedges, whatever I'm taking is equals to what? X into theta part of relation. The ray of light is being reflected from the upper surface, that is nothing but of your upper wedge, and as well as of your lower glass plate part of relation, lower glass plate of relation. And this one is nothing but what? In between there is an air, so we are calling it as of your air wedge. It is called as of your air wedge part of relation. The path difference in this one will become how much better right now? This will be 2 mu t plus of your lambda by 2. Can anyone tell me why it is of your plus beta? Delta x is equals to, no doubt it is right now in this one 2 mu into t, 2 mu into your t part of relation. The mu value for air is equals to how much for me? 1 I can take, plus there is nothing but a minus of minus, so it will become for me lambda by 2, isn't it? So x into your 0 part, that means the reflected ray, the reflected light, if I am taking it point P, say this is somewhere a PTO point of your P, the reflected light at P is bright if delta x is equals to how much for me? N into lambda. What is the delta x value, beta? Delta x value is already known for me. Delta x value is equals to how much for me? 2 mu t plus of your lambda by 2, that is equals to n into your lambda. So from this one I can get the value of t. T is equals to how much for me? 2n minus 1 into lambda divided by 4 times of your mu. Okay, in the same way. T value is equals to how much for me? X into theta, that is equals to 2n minus 1 into lambda divided by 4 into mu. That means x will be equal to how much for me? 2n minus 1 into lambda divided by 4 mu into your theta. So this is the position of your bright point. If you are taking air into consideration, refractive index of the air, we take it as of equal to how much for me? 1 part of relation. So x is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda divided by 4 into mu into theta, where n value is equals to how much for me? 1, 2, 3, but not 0. Can anyone tell me why it is not 0? Because P is of a bright point right now for me, path difference. So if I'm taking n is equals to 1, so the first bright fringe is forming at what distance right now for me? Lambda by 4 mu into theta. If I'm taking right now 0, 2 into 0 is nothing but 0 will get in terms of negative, which is not possible. So that is the reason we're taking n is equals to 1. Now see, for example, if I'm talking about for no reflection at point P, that means for destructive interference. For destructive interference at point P. So what will be the relation? 2 mu t plus of your lambda by 2 is equals to 2n plus 1 into your lambda by 2. Or n2n minus 1, that depends upon the L value, whatever you're taking. So if I'm simplifying from this one, so t value I'll be getting it as of your n into lambda divided by 2 into your mu. And t value already you know, it is x into theta. So x is equals to how much I can write here? N into lambda by 2 mu into your theta. I'm writing this step directly right now here. So now what is an x right now, beta? Distance of your nth dark fringe. X is nothing but what? Distance of nth dark fringe. Nth dark fringe from O. Where n value is equals to start from where? 0, 1, 2, 3. If I take 0, then only we'll be getting the nth dark fringe right now for the given condition. So nth dark fringe is calculated by the formula n lambda by 2 mu into t. And here x is nothing but what, better? This x is nothing but right now for me, I'll write here. This x is nothing but, I'll write with a green pen right now. Yeah. X is nothing but of your distance of your nth bright fringe. From O. Okay, na? So that will be the basic condition. So we got ultimately 4 formulas to be remembered. One is interference by an air wedge. Another one is nothing but of your interference due to the wedge conditions. When we are getting the distance for nth bright fringes right now here, x is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 4 mu into theta. And whereas for the dark point, x is equal to n lambda by 2 mu into theta part of relation. Whereas in this one, what is the difference right now in the previous condition, beta? Previously we got this one as of here 2n plus 1, and now here I'm getting it as of here 2n minus 1 part of relation. So it is a 2n minus 1, and we are starting the value of n from where? Not 0, but it is from your 1, and simplify. That are the 4 formulas you need to remember for the competitive examinations related to the interference of your thin wedge films. Is that conditions clear for you? Almost all the cases of your interference I have done it. So please try to go through the derivations of that one, and final results are important for us for doing the questions. Clear? Is better. I am needed you. Anyone, any doubt related to this topic? So we started with the interference due to the thin wedge-shaped films. Due to the thin wedge-shaped films, path difference is 2 mu t minus lambda by 2. So just talk about bright point means delta x is equals to n lambda you take. If it is a dark point, you take 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. In the same way, we talked about your interference by an air wedge instead of your thin film. Now we are taking the air wedge. So for this one, the path difference is 2 mu t plus of your lambda by 2. That's only the difference. Then delta x value is same for the bright and dark points, and try to simplify the relations. That will give you the different cases. Okay. Let us try to do some problems right now on this one better. These are some of your JEE mains questions asked recently when the online exams were being conducted. Let us try to see how many of you can give me the answers faster and faster way. First question right now. Consider a YDSC as shown in figure. As shown in figure. So what should be the slit separation? What should be the slit separation small d in terms of wavelength lambda? In terms of wavelength lambda, such that the first minima occurs directly in front of the slit S1. In front of the slit S1. Okay, so this is a question given for us, and this is the diagram given for me. Okay, and one more source right now. Okay, fine. And I'm having a source right now here. This is one source and this is one source. This is nothing but S1 and this is your S2. The distance between them is nothing but T. These are the YDSC source. Distance between them is given as of your 2D. And the small d is the distance between them. Somewhere here is your source. And this is the ray of light central maxima. So this one is nothing but of your central maxima. This is your screen. And exactly opposite to the S1, somewhere here, this is a point P, where I am getting what beta? First minima. First minima. So this is a given question for us. Come on, anyone, can you try it out? I'll give the options for this one beta. First option is given as lambda by 2 into 5 minus root 2. Second option is given as lambda by 5 minus of your root 2. Third option is given as lambda by root 5 minus 2. And fourth option is given as lambda by 2 into root 5 minus 2. Can anyone try it? Consider the question. Consider a YDSC as shown in the figure. What should be the slit separation small d in terms of wavelength lambda such that the first minima is occurring directly in front of the slit S1 part of relation? Which option? Kapela. How many of you? Direct formula based only, beta. First minima means what? Path difference. Can you tell me the formula? Delta x is equals to 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. N value will be equal to how much for me? 0, 1, 2, 3. That means path difference will become for me how much for me? 2 into 0 minus 1 into lambda by 2. Is it true? Is it true? No, we'll be starting this one from 1, not 0. That means this should be equal to how much for me right now? This value, whatever I'm taking right now, this value is equals to 1. So this one is right now here 1. So that will be equal to how much for me? Lambda by 2. So path difference delta x for the first minima, delta x will be equal to how much for me? Lambda by 2. Now what is the value of delta x? Delta x is nothing but the path difference. Path difference means right now if I change this one right now, so this one is relation. So that one is nothing but S2P minus S1P. S2P minus S1P is equals to lambda by 2. Now from the figure S2P minus S1P ఎంత వస్తుంది చూడండి. S2P ఎంత వస్తుంది? This one is nothing but D. So this will become for me under root of your 2D ka whole square plus of your D square. Isn't it? That means this will become for me root of your 5D minus S1P. S1P is how much beta? S1P is nothing but 2D. So this is nothing but of your 2 times of your D is equals to lambda by 2. So in this one D will be the common right now for me. So this one is root 5 minus 2 into D is equals to lambda by 2. That means small d is equals to how much for me? Lambda by over 2 into this one is root 5 minus 2. So this will be your small d in terms of your wavelength lambda. So which option it will be? Your fourth option. Clear? Is this question clear for everyone? Okay, sure. Let us try to do one more question. Make it fast better. Make a condition that you try to do it out in the faster way right now. Question number, next one, see, a very good question. In a YDSE experiment, the slits are placed 0.30. Sorry, why it has been come here right now. Read this question here. In a YDSE, the slits are placed 0.320 mm apart. Stop. Light of wavelength lambda is equals to 500 nanometer is incident on the slit. Is incident on the slits. Stop. The total number of bright fringes that are observed in the angular region minus 30 degrees lesser than or equal to theta lesser than or equal to 30 degrees is dash. Okay, I'll give the options for this one. First option is given for me as 320. Second option is given as of your 641. Third option is given for me as 321. And fourth option is given as of your 640. Can anyone give me the answer for this one? In the Young's double slit experiment, Young's double slit experiment means this one only, no? So here there is a two openings right now. So this is your source S1, this is your source S2, and this is the distance between them. Okay, and this one is your central maxima. This one is your central maxima. Isn't it? It is your central maxima. Now from this one, the ray of light will be going right now. So here it is, for example, one maxima making an angle of theta. So this is your screen. So whatever is the above, below will also be the same, isn't it? So you calculate for the first one. What is the path difference, beta? Can anyone tell me the path difference for this one? Path difference for this angular position theta is how much for me? Delta x is equals to d into sine theta. You can't approximate here sin theta as tan theta beta because angle range is given as 30 degrees. It is not a very small angle. So we can't use delta x is equals to d tan theta. It is directly delta x is equals to n sin theta. Sorry, d sin theta are being placed. The total number of bright fringes is asking. Bright fringes means delta x is equals to how much for me? N into lambda is equals to d into your sin theta. Okay, now, so we need to calculate the value of n into wavelength is given as 500 nanometer, 500 into 10 to the power of your minus 9. That is equals to small d. Small d is given as much for me 0.32 into mm kabatti 10 to the power of minus 3 into your sine of your 30 degrees. Isn't it? Now simplify for the value of your n. See how much I am getting. So 331 by 2, that is nothing but of your 25. So 10 to the power of minus 3. So this will become for me n is equals to some 320. So what will be the answer? Isn't it? So therefore, including central maxima, it will be how much better? 320 above plus 1 at the center plus 320 below. Ante kada? So that will become for me how much? 641 fringes. So what will be the answer for us? 641 will be the answer for us. Is this clear for everyone? Is this clear for everyone? Chappare?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Almost all the problems are like this only, beta. You need not do any much of the given conditions for the part deflation. Almost all the problems, whatever you are doing, so almost all something like this only the break conditions will be getting the questions. Let me see one more question whether you can give me the answer for this one or not. But only thing is we have lengthy type of your questions. You need to take care of that calculations part. That's it. Otherwise, the remaining everything is fine with this chapter basically. Another thing is only formulas are there. The formulas you need to regularly remember and try to do it out in the given conditions. Okay, chalo. Try to do this question better if we can try to do it out with me. So see this question. The figure shows a YDSC. Stop. It is observed that when a thin transparent sheet of thickness T and refractive index mu is put in front of one of these slits, comma, the central maximum gets shifted by a distance equal to n fringes, equal to your n fringes width. Stop. If wavelength of light used is lambda, then thickness T will be how much? Thickness T will be equal to how much? So this is a screen and this is your source. This is your S1, this is your S2. This distance is nothing but of your capital D, and this one is nothing but of your screen, and this one is your central maximum, isn't it? And distance between them, I'm taking it as of your A. I'm giving the first option right now, 2 capital D into lambda by A into mu minus 1. Second option is right now for me, capital D into lambda divided by A into mu minus 1. And third option is 2n into D into lambda divided by A into mu minus 1. And number D is n into D into lambda divided by A into mu minus 1. Sure. See how many of you can do this one. చెప్పేసి ఉండాలి ఆన్సర్ ఇప్పటి వరకు. వచ్చిందా? Anyone? The figure shows a YDSC. It is observed that when a thin transparent sheet of thickness T and refractive index mu is put in front of one of the slit, the central maxima gets shifted by a distance equal to your n fringe widths. Anyone? No response? Yes sir, no, ఏదో ఒకటి చెప్పండి. My internet connection is unstable అంటుంది. Now see, if you introduce the sheet in the path of one of the beam beta, what is the path difference beta? Delta x will be equal to mu minus 1 into your thickness T. అవునా కదా? If fringe pattern is displaced by your x, if fringes displaces by your x, isn't it? So that x value will be equal to how much beta? Path difference. So path difference for that one is how much for me? Delta x is equals to your x into your d by your capital D into fringe width is nothing but beta times another lambda into capital D by your small d. Antena? Isn't it? So what is telling in the problem? One of this is the central maxima gives shapes by distance equal to your n fringes. Equal to your n fringes. That means n into your lambda. Delta x is nothing but n into lambda is equals to mu minus 1 into thickness T. Is asking the thickness T is equals to what I can write here right now. N into lambda by mu minus of your 1. Okay, fringe width formula is what? Beta is equals to your d into lambda by your small d. Small d is nothing but here how much? Lambda. Okay. So it is n times అన్నాడు కాబట్టి so fringe width will be equal to what option I can write here?
D.
N into d into lambda by a into mu minus 1 here. So fourth option I can write the answer for this one. Clear for everyone? Chinda? Shall I tell you once again? Raleigh.
Sir, once again.
See here, beta. What is telling is in front of this slit, we are keeping a thin sheet like this of thickness T. So actually, when it is not there, the central maxima is being formed somewhere here. After keeping this one, the central maxima has been shifted by your how much right now? One of the central maxima gets shifted by your equal to your n fringes. That means n times of beta. That is nothing but delta x. Anna? So I can write here this condition right now. Delta x is equal to how much for me? Mu minus 1 into your thick. And delta x value, how much is telling in the problem right now? N times of beta. It is n into beta is equals to mu minus 1 into thickness T. Beta value is how much better? Beta is d into lambda by your small a is equals to mu minus 1 into thickness T. Okay now, so thickness T will become how much right now for me? T is equals to n into d into lambda by a into mu minus 1. Ante kada?
Yes.
Isn't it? This is actually our formula right now, general condition, and fringe width formula also I know for the n condition. But the condition is telling this delta x is equals to n times of beta. He's telling in the problem that one. I hope you got this one. So actually it was a central maxima here. After keeping that what do you call the thin sheet, it has been shifted by your n times of your fringe width. That is nothing but n times of beta. Okay now? Is it clear?
Yes.
So now delta x is how much? Mu minus 1. So delta x n times of beta. Beta value is d into lambda by small a. So thickness is equal to how much for mu? N into your d into lambda by a into mu minus 1. So fourth option will be the answer for the given question. Clear? Ardhamainda?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you started doing the SC Verma beta?
Yes, sir.
ఏమైనా వస్తున్నాయా సి వర్మ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ రావడం లేదా నేను ఇంకా ఇంటర్ఫియరెన్స్ లోనే ఉన్నాను ఫస్ట్ 10-20 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆర్ ఓన్లీ ఆన్ ఇంటర్ఫియరెన్స్ ప్యాటర్న్స్ Chalo. One more question, see beta. This is an SC Verma question, very good question. One of the student has sent me to do it out. I'll write the question. A mica strip and a polystyrene strip are fitted on the two slits of a YDSC. Stop. The thickness of the strips is 0.50 mm and the separation between the slits is 0.12 centimeters. It's only calculative based question beta. The refractive index of mica and polystyrene are 1.58 and 1.55. See how my goodness. Okay, 1.55, 1.58 and 1.55 respectively. It's not getting graph. నిద్రపోతూ వింటున్నాడు పాపం వాడు బాగా. Struck. Okay, fine. It is writing now. Yeah. The refractive index of mica and the polystyrene are 1.58 and 1.55 respectively. For light of wavelength 590 nanometer. Okay, so stop. The interference is observed on the screen. The interference is observed on a screen at a distance of 1 meter. At a distance of 1 meter. If you have SC Verma, please try to open and see this question better. Is observed on a screen at a distance of your 1 meter away. Stop. First question number A. What would be the fringe width? Okay. And number B. At what distance from the center will the first maxima will be located? Will the first maxima be located? Start this weekend exam question, whichever you are writing is tough beta. So be little bit of your attentive for your ray optics questions. Will be the first maxima located. What distance from the center will the first maxima will be located? Try చేస్తారా ఎవరన్నా చూడండి. I'll read the question once again. The mica strips and the polystyrene strips are being fitted on the two slits of your YDSC. So let us first try to draw the YDSC. This one is your YDSC. This one is your two sources right now. This one is S1 and this is S2. And here I'm having one mica strip right now here and having here this one mica strip. This is refractive index mu1. This is a refractive index mu2. Thickness T1, then thickness T2. And this is your central maxima. That is a given condition. So given T1 is equals to how much beta? Let me see right now. Okay, mica strip and poly strips are being fitted on a two slits of IDSC. The thickness of the strip is 0.50 mm. Thickness of both of them are same. That means T1 is equals to T2 is equals to 0.5 mm. That means it will be 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. Refractive index of mica is given as 1.58. Refractive index of polystyrene is given as of your 1.55. And wavelength is given in the problem as lambda is equals to 590 nanometers. That is equals to 590 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. And distance is given as of your 0.12 meters. So that will be equal to 12 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meters for easy calculation. And screen is at a distance of your 1 meter. That is also given in the data for me. So for this first question is asking fringe width. Fringe width means beta kada. So beta formula in the beta is equals to capital D into lambda by your small d. That is equals to capital D1. This is 590 into 10 to the power of minus 9 divided by 12 into 10 to the power of minus 4. See how much I'm getting that one?
4.91 into 10 power
how much?
4.91 into 10 power minus
0.91 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter. ఇది వచ్చేసింది అందరికి. చలో. The next part, if I'm talking about, when both strips are fitted with I already told you this concept how to do. The optical path changes by how much? The optical path changes by delta x is equals to refractive index of mica minus 1 into thickness T1. Minus refractive index of your polystyrene minus 1 into thickness T2. And this will become for me refractive index of mica minus refractive index of polystyrene into thickness T. ఎందుకని రెండు యొక్క థిక్నెస్ ఒకటే ఇచ్చాడు కాబట్టి ప్రాబ్లమ్ లో. ఓకేనా? సో దట్ విల్ కమ్ అవుట్ ఫర్ మీ 1.58 minus 1.55 into thickness is 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So that comes out for me 0.015 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. So that will be the delta x. Okay, అడిగింది ఏంది మనకి ఇక్కడ, at what distance from the center will the first maxima be located, isn't it? Let us try to first calculate right now. For me, I got the value of delta x. So let us try to see how many number of fringes will be shifted. You know how to calculate the number of fringes shifted, beta? Number of your fringes shift. Catalan formula చెప్పాను నేను. N is equals to how much for me? Your delta x divided by your what?
Lambda.
Lambda.
Delta x value ఎంత వచ్చింది? 0.015 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by lambda. Lambda is 590 into 10 to the power of minus 3. But that will give me how much, you see, roughly 10 to the power of minus 3, 10 to the power of minus 3. This I need compulsory calculator. See how much I am getting exactly. Let me use a calculator here. It is 0.015 divided by 590. It is coming somewhere around 25.43 beta.
10 power minus 9.
10 power. Oh,
Minus 9, sir. Lambda.
Lambda.
sorry, yeah, this is 9. Why I have written 3? ఇది 0.15 కాదు, ఇది వెళ్ళిపోతుంది 0.00 పవర్స్ వెళ్ళిపోతాయి ఇక.
10 power 6.
యా, సో ఇట్ ఈస్ 25.43 ఎంతనా?
10 power 6.
ఇంటూ 10 power 6. చూడు సార్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్. I'll do it once again right now. See this one. Delta x is equal to 0.015 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Wavelength is 590 into nanometer kabatti 10 to the power of minus 9. So you write this one as 15. This zeros will also go. See how much I'm getting right now, that one. And that's not
25.4.
పవర్స్ పోతున్నాయని.
25.4.
20.543 approximately. Somewhere you just see the calculation for that. That means there are how many fringes, beta? That means we have 25 fringes and 0.4th fringe. That means how many bright and how many dark, beta? Total number of fringes is 25.4. That means total number of fringes are 25 and one extra is nothing but 0.4, isn't it? That means we need to take right now, whenever you are taking right now, from above and below. పైన ఎన్ని maxima ఉంటాయో కింద కూడా అన్ని maxima. అంటే there will be 13 bright and 12 will be the dark. వచ్చింది అందరికి? Why 13 dark, beta? Sorry, why 13 bright? Because one center is nothing but central maxima. అంతేనా? ఎందుకంటే ఎన్ని బ్రైట్ అవుతాయో అన్ని డార్క్ పడాలి కదా మనకు. సో ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఆర్ 13 bright, then there will be how many darks right now for me? 12 dark. So the position of the first maximum on both the sides will be equal to how much, beta?
Yes, sir.
What is na? 13 bright and 12 dark. And 0.4th will be what? The dark fringe only. Okay na? అర్థం కాలా? See, central is one maxima. So total how many I'm getting? 25. That means 12 should be bright, 12 should be bright down. So that is 24. And middle one is nothing but of your how much for me? 1. That means 12 plus 1 is 30. Okay now? 13 should be your bright right now, above if I'm taking. And dark will be equal to how much for me? 12 darks. అంతే కదా? So 13 plus of your 12. So this will become for me how much for me? 25. Plus the 12th తర్వాత దాటా అయ్యేది ఏమైపోతుంది మనకు right now? Dark. 0.43 will be your dark. అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? Now we need to calculate right now what is in the problem is asking right now. Is asking me in the problem to calculate at what distance from the center will the first maxima is been located. That means the position of the first maxima on the both the sides will be equal to how much, beta? First maximum on both the sides will be equal to how much? Can anyone tell me? Fringe width ఎంత వచ్చింది 4.9 కదా అవునా కదా so I'll write here right now this one yeah so position of first maximum on both sides is x is equals to 0.43 into 4.91 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So see this one, I'm using calculator beta 0.03 into 4.9. So this is 10 to the power of minus 4. This is the 0.021 centimeter or something. That means where is the bright fringe is asking means right now x will be equal to 1 minus 0.43 into this one is 4.91 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So this will be 1 minus this one is nothing but how much 0.43 0.688 is into 4.9. It is approximately 0.028 centimeter beta. Okay na? So that must be the answer for that. Is వచ్చింది అందరికి? Is this clear? Only thing is little bit of understanding is very much important. Generally పిల్లలు ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి ఆగిపోతారు. So central maxima fringe ఏమైపోతుంది 25 bright fringes we got, 12 will be the dark and 13 will be the bright. Now position of the first maximum on both the sides means will be equal to how much will be fringe width into 0.43 maximum అన్నాడు కాబట్టి. So that is approximately 0.021 centimeter. That means x will be equal to how much for me 1 minus of 0.43 into 4.9 fringe width. Simplify just we'll be getting approximately 0.028 centimeters. Is this clear for everyone?
4.9.
వచ్చిందా ఇంతేనా? Am I doing mistake anywhere? Central maxima from the first maxima will be equal to how much? Answer ఏమి ఇచ్చాడు అదేనా?
Yes, sir.
అర్థమైందా మరోసారి చెప్పనా?
అర్థమైంది
సార్.
సార్ 4.9 ఎందుకు తీసుకురా అర్థం కాదు.
అది ఫ్రింజ్ విడ్త్ రా. ఫ్రింజ్ విడ్త్ వచ్చింది కదా ఇక్కడ మనకు. బీటా వాల్యూ ఎంత వచ్చింది ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ లో? బీటా ఫ్రింజ్ విడ్త్ మాక్సిమం డిస్టెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ఆన్ ద బోత్ సైడ్ అంటే ఇంత ఫ్రింజ్ విడ్తే కదా. ఇది లెట్ రాస్తావా? ఇది పాయింట్. Distance between this is bright and this is bright. This is how much for me? Beta ne kada.
Yes.
Avuna kada. So now what is asking position of the first maximum on both the sides. If this is your first bright, this is also your first bright. That means maximum distance between them ante em rastanu nuvu? Beta value kada. So position of the first maximum on both the sides means x is equal to 0.43 into 4.91 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Okay na?
0.43.
అదే డార్క్ ఫ్రింజ్ ఉంది కదా మనకు అక్కడ. దాని తర్వాత మనకు బ్రైట్ ఫ్రింజ్ రావాలి కదా మాక్సిమం కండిషన్ తర్వాత. దీని తర్వాత మనకు వచ్చేది బ్రైటే కదా. 0.3 ఇస్ డార్క్ అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇస్ మనకు ఎగ్జాక్ట్ వాల్యూ 25 రావడం లేదు కదా. సో దిస్ పాయింట్ ని కూడా మనం కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం 0.43 ని కూడా. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే.
And tomorrow also we'll try to do some good questions only from the Hesse Verma beta. Then tomorrow we'll try to keep the full stop for the interference YDSC experiment concepts. Then we'll start with your diffraction concept. Including Newton's rings and okati chinna topic. You try to do it from your NCERT if it is being present. Otherwise, in 2-3 minutes, I'll try to tell you in tomorrow's session of a class. Okay? Sure. Take care. Bye. And please try to revise once the YDSC experiment come to the class, because tomorrow please try to bring the Hesse Verma along with you. We'll try to do the numericals based upon your interference from the Hesse Verma book. Okay? Sure. Bye, beta.